In your book, I mean, you start, your credo is about how you say, I mean, the most important phrase is, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I really see that that whole idea that atheists have certainty is, I believe, a complete myth. I know the hardcore atheists. You know, I know Dawkins, I know Hitchens. You know, I know Harris, I know Dennett. I know the guys, and I've never heard any of them say that they are certain there's no God. They say they don't believe in God.
I suppose the one that is most often asked is, how can I say I know there's no God? And these are from people who don't understand the ABC of the atheist argument, which is that we don't say and can't prove that there's no God, but we will say there's no good evidence, and there's never yet been evolved a good argument for saying that there is. That's why we're more modest than we perhaps look sometimes.
Which is that I can't know that there's no God, but I think it's the same as fairies. That's a sort of cautious thing to say. I'm not saying there's definitely no God, but the arrogance of a religious person who just knows, not only knows that there's a God, but knows it's this God, it's the Christian God, it's the Trinity, and the Virgin Mary was born of a virgin. I mean, they've got it all written down pat, and they've got absolutely not a shred of evidence for any of it. That's arrogance. No, I mean, I'm an agnostic too in that sense. In the God Delusion, I made a 7-point scale. 1 was total conviction that there is a God, and 7 is total conviction that there isn't. And I put myself as a 6. Okay, so that's kind of agnostic, but veering towards atheist. And I would be a 6 with respect to fairies and pixies and werewolves and things like that.
There's no discourse which enforces humility more rigorously. I mean, scientists, in my experience, are the first people to say they don't know. I mean, if you get a scientist to start talking off his area of specialization, he or she immediately starts hedging his bet, saying, you know, I'm sure there's someone in the room who knows more about this than me, and of course, so, you know, all the data's not in. I mean, this is the mode of discourse in which we are most candid about the scope of our ignorance. It's not the point I was making there, but it does. That point of not knowing what happens after death is what worries me about this conversation. I've been very worried about this, that all of you have given up a perfectly serviceable Tuesday evening only to hear the 4 of us tell you every which way that we have no idea what happens after death.